Well, welcome back to Football Uncensored. Don Shanks along with Alan Hudson. All going well, Alan. Let's get straight onto it. And I think a well done to Ollie is in order. Solskjaer. We normally give him a bit of stick, or we normally give him a little bit like, is it his last day at the office? But they went to Everton and give him a bit of a lesson.
Yeah, Everton were poor. Manchester United went 1-0 down. Fernandes was outstanding that day.
Maguire was outstanding at the back as well.
Yes.
He's been under a lot of pressure.
Well, he has been under a lot of pressure, but in all fairness, he didn't have a lot of opposition.
Yeah, but he's come back a little bit. Obviously, he scored for England last night. All right, it was a bit of a scrambled goal, but it's still one ticked up for him, which is good. But I think that'll do him the world of good.
Yeah, I think since Pochettino's name's come up, it's put extreme pressure on Ollie. I don't really think that he'll lose any sleep about it because he's kind of been given the job. I think Ferguson was behind giving him the job.
I shouldn't think he was headhunted for the job when it actually first came around.
No,
whereas
he looks good in his Manchester United.
Could be headhunted.
Well, he's seen the job as one of the biggest jobs in the world, which it is. And he's one of the biggest managers in the world. I mean,
it was talk maybe somewhere in Spain, might have been Atletico Bilbao or Madrid or somebody, was talking sort of he could be the man for them.
Well, he was linked with 3 or 4 jobs, and he's
not going anywhere at the moment.
I think he loves the country. He didn't want to leave Spurs. He was let down at Spurs, but he let himself down at Spurs as well. I think he's absolutely fantastic manager. All this thing about our friend Mr. Sitton says he hasn't won a trophy. Well, that doesn't really make you the best manager in the world because all the people that win all the trophies have got all the best teams. Barcelona, Guardiola, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. They're going to win trophies because they've got all the best players in the world. But Pochettino, he was building something.
He's just waiting to walk into somewhere.
Well, he's got to have.
I think he wants to walk in pretty soon as well because he must be getting a little bit edgy.
I think also, Donny, it's not going to be an easy job because it's not a made team, not his kind of team. I think it will make a big difference and make a big impact there. But I don't think it's the kind of team. He was building a super team at Spurs, really super team, and he knew what they needed. I mean, he made Harry Kane. Dele Alli hasn't been the player he was since he left. He's kind of gone.
No, the jury's out with.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. The kid,
I can't work out why he's gone downhill like that.
Well, the old.
They were thinking he'd be the one that would be their playmaker, the one that would make a huge difference. I wonder what's gone on there. Yeah.
Well, it's.
Sitz used to think it's because he's in the Bentley with a TV in the back there and having a bit too much fun.
But we used to do that.
As opposed to concentrating on your football.
Yeah. I'm a bit against that. I think. Our friend George and all that, he used to go out with Miss Worlds every day and pull all these girls and, Marjorie Wallace more than anyone, and misbehave.
But on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, he was brilliant. I mean, at Chelsea, we misbehaved. We were outrageous at times. But when it come down to the nitty gritty, we
3 o'clock on a Saturday, we done the business.
We could be counted on. Yeah, and I mean, I didn't play when Chelsea went to Old Trafford in 1970 against Leeds, who were tough. The underdogs. And
what was that, the Cup?
It's the FA Cup final, first FA Cup final replay in 1970. The fans went up there, took over Manchester. We come back 3 times from being behind against Leeds, and I tell you what, we battered them. They were the better football team, but
Rob. In the Harbour Lights.
Yes.
Someone we met is a singer and Mad Leeds fan. Graham Bradley, our buddy.
Yeah.
One of the great jockeys, Brad. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
Go on, carry on. You're rubbing it in now.
It must have hurt you voice. And You know, what I find so fascinating about what we do is a lot of people don't mention it. What would have happened if Leeds had beat us in that final? You would never heard the last of it. We would have been, oh yeah, we beat you in it. But you see these Leeds players that played it then. I've seen come across Johnny Giles a couple of times, and it's almost, it's on the back of their mind. They think, please don't mention that game. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah, but they've won loads of stuff. No,
but if it was the other way round, Don, he'd go, oh, have a drink. Have a drink. No, I don't want a drink.
Yeah.
Well, you think, you think are better than me. But that's the way they were, Lee. So it was wonderful to beat them.
Yeah, good. Getting back to Ollie, last week, I think he's got a real valid point. They've gone and played in Turkey. They've come back. They've got no rest. Or next thing you know, their game is 12:30 lunchtime on the Saturday, not the Sunday, against Everton, which we spoke how well they played. Do you think that they're valid points? Back in your day, my day, we always, we can remember the Easter fixtures. It'd be play Friday, play Saturday, play again Monday, Tuesday. And
but in our day, it was the same for everybody, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Today,
they all played on the same day.
Today, they're just so inconsistent because of television, all because of money.
Yeah.
They just don't really get it right. It's unfair. It wouldn't bother me if I played every day of the week. I'd be still the same. But it's a good excuse to make. But he was making excuses before the game, and his team come up trumps. They played superbly.
They played some great football.
Yeah.
Did. But I've said it in the past. I'll say it again. It's like back in our day, the pitches were like swamps. Very difficult to, 90 minutes was a hard grind out there, and the contact was like every other ball was you fought for it. So you were coming off a little bit battered and bruised. You'd lie in the bath for half an hour. You'd crawl out the bath and think, here we go again. Now they've got all the masseurs. They've got this, that, and the other. They're playing on pitches. They're like snooker tables. They're like, it's just, I think, so much easier.
I was in the Red Anchor by 5 o'clock. I weren't laying in no bath.
Me and Bowles would be at the dog track at White City. That's another story.
Absolutely.
Never missed the first race.
But you're right. There's the pitches were horrendous. You could have a downpour with the bumpy pitches, and the next thing I couldn't play on the hard pitches because of a bad ankle. But
that used to be a tactic at Stoke, didn't it? Bring the fire brigade down, flood the pitch. Huddy needs a little bit of give in the ground.
Mr. Waddington used to use Stoke on Trent fire.
The tactic, bring the fire brigade in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
the 12th man.
It's called great management, Don.
Absolutely.
And it's only like having a great racehorse, and he needs a bit of
cutting the ground.
Yeah. Well, water the course for him, for the best horses. But
don't overwater it. They tend to do that. Then the rain comes down out, and then it's like, hey, we made a terrible rick here. We've had to withdraw it.
We'll move away.
They picked a few injuries up. Luke Shaw, he's been playing quite well, just of late. Rashford, the smash, shoulder injury.
I'm a big,
you can't blame that on.
I'm a big fan of Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
They keep running this kid.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think they keep running him down. I think he's been badly managed. I really do.
I'll be honest, I didn't fancy him, but I must say, he's not looking out of place now. He's actually contributing quite a bit.
Well, and plus the fact,
Chilwell at Chelsea, he's in action all the time. The kid.
Yeah, he's a decent player. Luke Shaw. They said he had a weight problem when he went there. We'll get him fit. Simple as that.
Yeah.
If someone's got a weight problem.
So we think Ollie has he turned the corner? Is he a game or two away? Is this pressure like it all the time?
He's still on a very.
He's walking a tightrope.
Yeah, Pochettino's going to get the job. It's just a matter of when.
I think he's walking that tightrope. I think Pogba might just give him a little nudge. He's got to start doing something, Pogba. No, here's a World Cup winner.
He'll be gone, mate.
He's on the subs bench. He's cost a fortune. And surely his career there.
He's seeing out his contract. Over. It's like when Balotelli come over. He's very, very similar to him. He doesn't. His work ethic is not good enough. He doesn't sweat enough. He doesn't work hard enough. This Fernandes was superb against Everton.
And Fernandes seems to have come back a little bit with Pogba's not playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they don't like playing with Pogba. Although they said they were going to be great because they played well together once. They didn't play well together. He's more get on with it. Fernandes, more energy.
Well, he's got an energy. I was going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sharp. He's here, there, and everywhere. You know, he's making tackles. He's getting up. All right, he gets hit a lot, but he's active all the time.
Great creator.
Yeah.
Got in the box Saturday for the equalising goal with a header, which is rare.
Yeah.
But he's their everywhere man who can play. He's just lacking that midfield partner with him.
Yeah.
You know, I feel.
Well, I think
Roy Keane,
for Ollie's sake, I do hope they can get a few more.
You like Ollie, don't you?
Do I like Ollie? I don't know.
Is it because you speak fluent Norwegian?
I've lost that Norwegian thing now. My girlfriend left me. But
okay.
I've got to say that Ollie, I think he'll be under pressure for the rest of the season. I think if they don't keep winning, they might have a serious review and say, is this the man to take us further?
I think that there's something going on there. Pochettino will get the job, and they got to find a job for Ollie. Maybe take the kids or something like that, you know.
I don't think he'd do that. No, he can't. That would be totally unfair. I think he either keeps the job.
Well, his Manchester United.
No, he keeps the job and he goes forward, or he's out.
Oh,
How can you all of a sudden take the youth team and someone comes in? It's just too uncomfortable. You know.
It's no. I think some people are Manchester United. He's through and through Manchester United.
Well, maybe he'd take the job. Who knows?
I think
We'll sort of sit on that one for a little bit, and we'll get on to the other, all the big boys. You know, all the Man Uniteds, Man Cities. We're talking Liverpool. We're talking Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp. They've been screaming, "We want 5 subs." How do they make that a situation that Burnley? You think they're going to vote for it? Sheffield United, the Fulhams. They haven't got a bench that you can put like. £20 million players on that Man City can, that Liverpool can. So it is unfair, and it's been voted twice, and it's been voted no twice by the other 18 clubs or whatever it is.
Well, it's just cheating, isn't it, and greed. You know, we got more money than you, kind of thing.
I mean, you can bring someone like, I don't know, Mara's on the 50 million player. You can bring like whoever it is on another £40 million player. And here's someone in Burnley's team who's a young kid at 19 just coming through because it's basically all we got at the moment. Well, so it wasn't a no-brainer. It would get outvoted, wouldn't it?
Well, no, it's not going to. Well, it might happen. The FA, I don't know what the FA do. They're very inconsistent what they do. But going back again, years ago, England won the World Cup when there was no substitutes. It's strange how they didn't end up with 8 men through injury. These players seem to get injured because there's 5 on the bench, or if they're not playing. Particularly
you get injured coming off the bench, don't you? Them benches.
Well, they do. I mean, the benches have got.
I noticed a few of them been pulling up before the games have started, and they've had to sort of withdraw them from the teams over the last sort of couple of weeks.
Well,
I picked them in the lineup, and all of a sudden they picked up a little injury in the warm up.
I think they should bring Winston Bogart back at Chelsea because he played about 3 games in 4 years, and he used to come from Amsterdam to our training ground at Chelsea and then fly back. He'll be back in Amsterdam for lunch.
It's not a bad job, is it?
And he was on about 50 grand a week. So these players sitting on the bench, you know, what a job.
But I don't think really and truly, we spoke about, you know, John Stones. Who wants to be on the bench? You don't really mean. You want to be out and playing, don't you? You know, you cannot just say, oh, I'll take the money every week and be happy. You know, maybe it's not John Stones, but there's people like him. There's players sat on benches and thinking, well, this is quite good.
I'd have to move on.
Of course you would. You know, we're footballers at the end of the day, and we want to do one thing: is play football. We want to entertain the crowd. We want to be out there. We want to taste the atmosphere. We want a few accolades. You know what I mean? You want to know how good you are.
Well, absolutely. You don't want to miss the big games, and you don't want them to put you in the team when you're playing.
You know, the manager would say, I'm leaving you out. No, don't leave me out. I want to play.
Yeah.
That used to be how we would be.
Absolutely. Tommy Baldwin used to go and kick Dave Sexton's door when he weren't picked. You know, and
had he been drinking? The sponge?
Well, He never stopped. But that was the way they were. You know, you wanted to play. You know, he'd score 2 goals, and then be left out. You don't. You know, every player worth their salt. You want to play, as you say. You want to play. You want to play. No, 5. No, that can't. Have 1 sub, not 5. Ridiculous.
Well, I agree with that entirely. At least 100%, maximum 3, maybe a goalkeeper and 1 other. And
I do believe that while they're at it, they got to change the rule for, like we did in the NASL, is have 4 English players or 4 British players in a team. They must be on the field all the time, because there's far too many teams now.
But it's gone the other way, and it's like the money's took over. You can buy who you like. You know, in the past, Arsenal, Chelsea have been culprits of not having 1 English player on the team or 1 British player on the field.
Well, Frank,
how can that be right in any modern country? Any country where you got this game, how can that possibly be allowed? And our national team was crap as well. And one of the reasons it was crap is because the boys were never playing at the high level. There was always a step behind people, not getting a chance because money would be God, and you bought someone, you played someone.
Well, he was guiltier than anyone was Wenger at Arsenal.
Right.
He put a team out one day where they had 11 on the field and
the bench as well.
Yeah. And the bench, there weren't 1 British player.
Yeah.
So he's to blame.
But how could the league even allow that to happen?
Well,
it's just
absolutely.
Nonsense.
Well,
total nonsense. A joke.
Yeah. So it's got to come to an end.
And one of the other jokes that has just come back to light is Richard Masters, the Premier League guy. They've actually now said that the pay-per-view system is now going to be going in another direction. So meaning they're going to stop that, look to do something else, look to sort of like get after Christmas, January, come up with another idea that, like, whatever it's going to be, I don't know. But I think that could be a step in the right direction, a move forward for the fans to have to not pull up this money all the time. What do you think about the pay-per-view situation?
The pay-per-view situation is absolutely disgusting. It shouldn't have happened. The television of Sky TV got enough money, BT got enough money, and they shouldn't be charging people to watch it. It's not. How is it the public's fault that there's a pandemic?
Yeah.
You know, because they can't go. They're trying to earn
But
money.
it's just like blackmail, isn't it? You're a fan, you're coming home, or whatever. If you are going to work, if you were allowed to go to work, you'd be coming home. You think, I want to watch the football, and all of a sudden they're asking you for 15 quid.
No, not on.
No, it's not on.
No.
It is.
No.
So anyway, guys.
Well, we can't afford it anyway.
Yeah, we've got to watch it on the Skybox or whatever it might be, or somehow someone else will do it, and we'll go around and we'll watch it. So listen, from Don and Alan here in Gran Canaria, I'd like to say to everybody at the Grosvenor Gloucester Road Casino, I know you're closed at the moment, but for you guys who want a bit of action, you can have a bet online. That's still up and running. To everybody else, stay safe. Hope you're all okay. And John's sitting, everybody.
Sam.
Richie, Joe, Assam, all stay safe, guys. Speak to you all soon. So from me, Don Shanks and Alan Hudson, bye from Gran Canaria.